success. What happens when you achieve it? And the feeling is spectacular. Spectacular, for real. But then you feel guilty for having achieved it. I'm taking this from my real life. I had my own business at one point, and I was very good at what I did. The money just started rolling in. I mean, like crazy, like so fast. Like, first week of business, I was just rolling in it. And at one point, I went to the mailbox. I took payment in different forms: check, Visa, MasterCard. Though besides whatever was coming into my bank account, I went out to the mailbox one day, and there were several very large checks. And I just remember feeling like finally the struggle is over. Borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, and not paying this that month so you could pay this that month, and you know the deal. But I felt like it wasn't even something I could control. I just felt euphoric. I actually literally saw all kinds of gold stars around me. I was so happy. That's how much I was like euphoric. Within about 5 to 10 minutes of that happening, I just got this terrible, terrible feeling of guilt. The guilt was because of where I come from, my upbringing, my childhood. I come from like extreme poverty, and I'm sure there's people who've had it worse. But my kind of poverty was like no heat, no food. Uh, it was once in a blue moon food. Um, my mother had to take the six of us and go begging at the churches for food and clothing for us. When we did get some little bit of money, or my mother gave us something like a little snack or something, or she'd do a little bit of groceries, and then we'd come home on the bus or the metro. And I remember asking her if we could have a cookie or something like that, and she would not allow us to eat in public because she said that it would make the people around us feel bad who didn't have any food. And that stuck with me to this day. I will not eat in front of other people who are not currently eating food because I feel that same empathy, I guess you could say, today, because I remember how it felt. I mean, I was found by my mother picking chicken bones out of the garbage to eat. Somebody else's garbage, not ours. That's the way it was. So my whole point in telling you this story is just that I have a question, and that's: do we have a right to enjoy success, or how do we get over feeling the guilt of success? The guilt of success. I mean, whoever thought? But one thing that I never thought about at that time when I felt that guilt was to have gratitude. I mean, I was happy, I was euphoric, as I said, but I never stopped for a minute to have real, true emotional gratitude, to feel grateful to the universe and to God and to whoever you believe in, to myself, to the people around me who allowed me to do what I was doing so that I could be successful and who helped me along the way. Gratitude. I think that gratitude would have put me in my place very quickly without making me feel the guilt, because when you have gratitude, you can remember that you have the power to help other people. You have the power to not abuse the situation, to use it to the best of your advantage, and at the same time be helpful to others in any ways that you can. I don't mean that you shouldn't enjoy your money or your success. I don't mean that you shouldn't enjoy anything that you earn and work for. But what I do mean is that you can share it, you can give some away, or there are many ways you can help out. It's okay to be successful. It's okay to have abundance. I mean, I think going from having no abundance at all and serious lack to having abundance is where the discrepancy is, obviously. In my mind, it's like a dichotomy, you know? It's hard to, I don't know, it's hard to, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it right now, but the two are so opposite. Lack and abundance. It's still a very touchy subject for me. But my point is, these memories don't leave you. And the feelings that came with those memories, with those events, don't leave you. The dichotomy between the lack and then the abundance, they're so far removed from each other that it's hard to reconcile the two. That's the word I was looking for. It's hard to reconcile how I could have this now coming from that, you know? But at the same time, it's very hopeful for people, because I truly believe that no matter where you come from, you can achieve anything you want. You just have to work for it. You have to make your own luck. Don't forget the gratitude. Feeling that gratitude is what will help you to not feel so guilty when you realize that, yes, it is a privilege. It is a privilege to have. I'm drinking a cold drink right now that I bought from a coffee shop. That's a privilege for me. Sometimes we forget about our privileges, but the whole point is that you shouldn't feel guilty as long as you're appreciative of what you've got and how you got there. And remember the journey and remember where you came from. That's really important. Remember where you came from. Never forget that, because that becomes part of the fabric of who you are. And you should be proud of it. Proud of it. That's basically all I wanted to say today. I'll see you next time on The Bold Life Suite.